Yo, what's good, Dutch Nation? Sakai Fett. Welcome back to the channel, man. In today's video, I wanted to show you guys an example of a workout that I programmed yesterday and how I've been staying in shape and training at the crib. Because obviously, you guys know that we are in some weird times right now, and a lot of the gyms are still closed. We are still technically not out of quarantine, and even the gyms that are open require you to wear a face mask, and I just don't have the time for that, you feel me? I can't breathe in those face masks, so I don't want to deal with the BS, especially when I can get it in at the crib, man. So this workout is one that I programmed where I designed it to be taxing on my central nervous system with a strong emphasis on my upper body while still doing my auxiliary work. So I'm strengthening all my stabilizer muscles. As you're gonna see, I'm still focusing on a lot of functional movements. The majority of my programming on my website and the ones that I program for myself are always gonna be functional, because there's no point in being in shape and looking good if you can't run, if you can't fight, you feel me, if you're not athletic. So as I said, man, the majority of my workouts are functional. I have personally invested in equipment because honestly, the way it's looking, I'm gonna eventually build my own home gym at the crib, because like I said, man, I just don't have time for the game. And if I can get it in at the crib and invest money up front, then it could save me thousands of dollars in the long run from actually getting a membership at a gym. But anyway, man, that's enough talking. Let's get into the workout.
I wake up, flex, thumb down that check, no drip this, tell them run it up, no sleep, might crash, might wreck, but first I stretch, tell them run it up.
So before I actually started the strength session, I did my 15-minute dynamic warm-up outside with the 20-pound vest on. Whenever I'm doing athletic movements like this, I typically always start with glute activation with mini bands, and then I move into my movement prep where I get my central nervous system ready and all that fancy stuff that I'm sure you guys don't care about. But when I program my workouts, I'm really focusing on injury prevention. That's the way I train, how I train. That's the way that I train functional. So the first actual strength movement I did was a glute bridge chest press. On these, I focus on keeping my shoulder blades pinned together. That way I'm really focusing on my chest. And I love to do compound movements like this where I'm activating my glutes. I'm doing a glute bridge while doing the chest press, because I get to target multiple parts of the body at once. I'm very big on maximizing my time in the weight room. I supersetted my chest press with a bent over barbell row. Now, as you can see, I'm not really going heavy this workout. I was only using 40s for the chest press, so I'm going super duper light, as well as my rows. This workout, I wasn't really focusing on, strength per se. I was more so focusing on muscular endurance and also explosion. So that was block number one. Moving into my second block of the workout, I started off with a rotator complex movement. So I'm strengthening my rotator cuff as well as my shoulder press, rotating anterior and then bringing it back up. I was going a little bit heavier on these with the 15-pound dumbbells. If you guys have ever trained your rotator cuff or your small stabilizer muscles, you know you really do not need a lot of weight. Like 5 pounds will have you taxed. But I have been getting stronger working on my smaller muscles, and this one right here was tough. Once my shoulders were warmed up, I supersetted the rotator complex with a dumbbell snatch. I typically don't do explosive snatch or just any explosive movement until my body is already primed. So that's the reason I placed the rotator complex shoulder press before I actually went and started doing some snatches. So these right here is pretty much to just train my central nervous system. As again, you're gonna keep hearing me say that because I'm very big on explosion, functionality, and just being able to move your body while not compromising strength. The next block, I did my barbell complex. Now this is something that was honestly the most taxing on my body for this session. That's the reason I placed it exactly where I did in the workout. So this movement right here is a complete body workout. So you start off with a deadlift at the floor, you bring it up, you do a hang clean, go down in a front squat, and then finish it off with a overhead shoulder press. So I love these types of compound movements because you're getting everything incorporated. I have glute activation, abdominal recruitment, shoulder, everything. So this is honestly, if I could only do one exercise for the rest of my life, this would be it right here, simply because I'm targeting everything. And the fact that I have a 20-pound vest on, which is actually making me 247 pounds right now, had me gassed. You feel me? So this one right here is honestly one movement that helps me stay shredded. I supersetted the Barbell Complex with a 2-second tempo push-up. So I was focusing on the eccentric pushing, which means going down, and I was also exploding up as a plyometric movement. So I focused 2 seconds going down and then exploding up. So as I keep telling y'all, man, the way that I love to personally train is very athletic. I do some bodybuilder stuff, but that stuff is boring to me. I like to know that my body can take a lot of stress and still perform. And as you can see, I'm gassed. If you're not breathing hard, you're not working. For the next block, I'm now starting to climb down the ladder and focus more on auxiliary stuff. So at this point, I have about 25 minutes left of the workout. So I started off with some shrugs, really focusing on keeping my shoulder blades pinned together. So I'm strengthening my neck. And then I supersetted that again with a lion external internal rotation to also strengthen the teres minor, aka one of the muscles that makes up the rotator cuff. A lot of people, especially men, as we get into our 20s and 30s and 40s, we overlook these small muscles. So I always incorporate some type of stability training into my programs. Every training program that I have on my site, you will find that I put auxiliary stuff in the workouts to keep you guys safe. A lot of men only focus on our biceps, triceps, and shoulders, but you really got to focus on your back, your neck. All of those little muscles is what keeps your posture right. The next block of the workout, guys, I had resisted bicep curls. Now, as you can see, I got the bands on here. I'm focused on muscular endurance. I'm trying to rep as fast as I can while not compromising my form. So as you can see, I started getting fatigued here and started kind of hitching in my back a little bit. That's a big no-no, but we working on that, man. You feel me? Like, we here to work. I supersetted the bicep curls with frontal and lateral shoulder raise, just bringing the weight up to my shoulder and back, man. Real simple, 15 pounds, not too heavy at all, man. Just doing my auxiliary stuff, making sure that my shoulders are strong, and just keeping everything tight, man. You feel me? Keeping everything tight. And the final portion of the workout, I always like to finish off with some core. I typically start off with stability core anyway, but for this specific workout, I just did my physio ball ab workout video. So I started off with an elbow plank, hot plank, just really challenging the core. So by the way, guys, this video is 100% free on my YouTube channel, so take advantage. I do offer paid programming, but I do try to give you guys some free content as well, so make sure to take full advantage of that. I'm trying to serve you guys the best way I can. So for all of the free workouts that I do have, make sure to take full advantage, because I'm telling you, I put a lot of hard work into these things. All right, but this was the workout, man. I finished off with some core. I really challenged myself at the end as a burner. Started off with a focus on upper body while still being athletic. I don't like to do too many isolation movements. That gets boring to me after a while, especially with having a background in athletics. I love to move my body, man. So if you guys gain any inspiration from this, make sure to try some of these movements safely, of course. Make sure to challenge yourself, do something new. If you do one style, try a different style. Just try to move your body, try to be athletic, and just give the most effort that you can. That was the workout. That's an example of how I get it in at the crib, how I stay in shape at the house. Make sure to like the video, all that good stuff. And if you want actual programming, stop by my website, dudleyduds.com. It'll be linked in the description, man. As always, peace, love, and ascension. Much health to you guys. I'm out.